here. Great big ball of blue energy in an extremely tiny package. And look, Eggman! One of you, step in!
Well, hello, Sonic. It's time for us to begin our final fight.
Not on my watch, Eggnog. Where's my friend Tails? He'll help.
Don't forget about me, Sonic. I'm here to help.
Thanks, but oh no, he's got a backup person. Is that Shadow? That's just like him.
Careful, Sonic.
You'll never defeat me, you stupid hedgehog and weird fox with two tails.
Hey, you shove a chili dog down that pipe hole. Maybe I'll change your mind.
Watch out for the robots, Sonic.
Right. Let me crouch, and I need you to roll me, Tails. Push me.
I'm pushing.
Whoa! Shadow, look out! I'm aiming for Eggman. Oh no!
Maria.
Eggman. Eggman. I'm dying.
No, you cannot die. If you die, then I have no purpose. I will bring you back if it's the last thing I do.
Take care of Tails.
No, Sonic, you can't leave me.
I'm sorry. Shadow, take my shoes. I know you like your roller skates or your Heelys or whatever they are, but you need some real kicks. Okay, I see it. I see the loop-de-loop at the end of the road. Whoa!
No. Maybe we can bring him back with the Chaos Emeralds.
No. No.
You're right, Shadow. You're always so convincing.
Maria.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys ever play that Shadow game that came out on PlayStation 2 where you were basically like, you rolled around with a gun?
Oh,
and
yeah.
every time he died, just Maria. Like, it's the worst. It was so bad.
I'm the ultimate life form.
Sonic is the platform for just any little spin-off that they can think of.
But am I the real Shadow?
Oh gosh. No, not
Maria.
that. Oh, not that part.
He's a clone. I don't really know. I didn't have an idea of where the bit ends.
With Sonic dying, I think it's just like the movie that came out. I mean,
Whoa,
spoilers.
Whoa. Stop it. You.
I think they're doing a Justice League thing, though, where he comes back like Superman does.
You know what? I think that was debunked. I think that they're going to do like Eggman Goes Good kind of thing. That's what I was reading.
They just
on.
need to add Big the Cat.
Froggy!
Look, they
That
already
was spot on.
look. A Knuckles movie was already confirmed. Like, so they're definitely building towards something.
I don't know what kind of Facebook article you've read, but there's no confirmed Knuckles movie.
Yeah, there is. It's called Knuckles and Rouge or whatever her name is. The little Batgirl.
No.
Yeah,
That is not confirmed.
Yeah, 100% confirmed.
No.
Yeah, I read it on The Onion this morning.
There's going to be a guest appearance from Ukulele.
You go.
I don't want some sexually suggestive bat on my eyes on the big screen.
Well, we got to go fast into this show.
Gotta go fast
now. Somebody floss like Sonic did twice in the movie.
No, we're not turning this into a Fortnite podcast. If listeners want, we can do that. But the way that the podcast has been going, I don't see. We can't. Connor, you can upload that if you want.
Look, I need a
already
huge
has.
petition. I need a huge petition from all of our fans, and then maybe I'll consider it.
So you're not going to tell
Can
them
we-
about ConnorFlosses.com?
Oh, that's for patrons only.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, $2 tier. We pay them $2
Can our
to go to the
next
site.
one shot be a battle royale?
Yes.
You can't just .com things anymore, Adam. That's like such like a 2000s thing. It's more like an app. Like we have a Connor flossing app.
Or like a .io.
You open
maybe.
it and it's just Connor flossing.
It's like a trial period, and then there's like in-app purchases.
No, it's just like a very simple app where it's just Connor's face doing different expressions, and you click on one, and it shows a little gif of him doing a floss dance, but it does like Connor's voice. Yeah.
I forgot about the update. You're totally right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Premium version is you can change the song.
Change
Say
the
some
song.
Dariun voice lines. It's a very simple app, but yeah, that's what it'll be.
I feel like this is going into the realm of like, show me a nude Tane, please. Like that
Obviously,
Paul
the
Rudd
light
skit.
version is there's no music and no clothes. So
What? Seth, what did you
Yeah.
just say?
Tane.
No, not Seth. What did you
From
just
the-
say?
I said Tane, nude Tane.
Nude Tang.
oh, I did not hear that.
Tane.
I
It's
heard
from
something
the
else.
skit. It's from the YouTube video where he's like at the computer.
I heard taint.
It's
Yeah.
from Tim and Eric.
Yeah.
It's from Tim and Eric.
Nude Tang.
I
I don't want
Definitely
that in my
heard
podcast.
Taint.
Okay, everybody go look up the Paul Rudd skit from Tim and Eric. You'll understand then. Okay, let's get into the show. Let's get into this. I feel like our intros are slowly becoming longer and longer to the point where we're never going to do D&D anymore.
It's because we're branching out to our conversation podcast and discussing.
We are.
podcast.
Our last
cheaper
episode was
by
like a
the
15-minute intro, okay? So I think as long as we don't hit that, we're okay.
Okay, well, we're at like 7 minutes, so let's get into this.
It's to inflate the value of the
Don't
podcast.
Be complacent. If there's anything I've learned in life, it's that anything's flexible. Just like Connor moving his hips to that new app, the Philosopher one. Download it now.
I'm definitely making that app. We can delete that, but I'm definitely
Yes,
gonna make
'cause
that app.
Adam knows how to code.
Whoa,
Oh,
come
there's-
on, give him a break.
We're a D&D 5th edition podcast, cheaper by the dungeon. I'm Seth, I'm the DM. We got Connor,
Hello.
who played Tails. We got Adam, who played Dr. Robotnik / Eggman. And Jacob is
Yo.
Maria. and slash Shadow. I'm dying.
Oh my god.
So, recap. Darian's rocket lance exploded through all the enemies, and then he used it one more time, which severely was burning his hands while doing so, to cause a distraction and destroy a helical robot, a giant gorilla robot, and try and just, clear path, do the last thing he could to make sure his friends, Peterson and Zippy, could get away using their dimension door. Since all the robots were going after Darian, Peterson and Zippy managed to sneak away and go to the center tower in this valley here in the Winter Robot area. In the center tower, they used the doorknob to get in and climb all the way to the top, where they met Lara. Yes, Leslie's alleged girlfriend. Through a conversation and figuring out like how they're tied to each other and information about the Greeters Guild and about the tower, we found out that the tower actually teleports people to different planes or even different locations using the spinning perimeter towers with the orbs. Shines a light on the center tower, and boom, somebody goes off to a far off land, and they wear these suits that allow them to come back after 30 minutes, essentially. But Darian met Otto, the Crown, which is like the highest level of robot or mechanos being. And Darian spoke with Otto and didn't try to save his friends, as Jacob will say. And now Darian is stuck in the bottom of an ice pit with the only companion, Draken. He's got a collar around his neck to stop his magic, and all his items are gone, the sword included. So, Zippy and Peterson. Peterson, you are a rat, currently underneath Zippy's skin-tight uniform that he's wearing. Lara has just taken down one of the Spur robots that came in and has said that she wants to go with you since you're descending down into the depths of this Mechanos area. She's willing to work with you and come with you if it means she can see Leslie. So, you are currently in the gym locker room at the top of the tower. So now you have used the doorknob in the gym room, and you're heading beneath into the pipes, kind of back behind the scenes, kind of like Gears room part of the tower that you originally came through. And you and Lara jump through and you're on the other side, I assume on your magic carpet.
No, we're skydiving down these gears.
Okay. You're actually just skydiving down.
No, okay, no. Yeah, we're gonna go through, and I'm gonna have the magic carpet ready to bring us slowly down, and we're just gonna keep descending. I'm gonna ask her a question. So, we keep just going down, right? You said it's just further up and further down and further in and up around?
Yeah, I guess it's down underground. That's kind of where all the rest of it is. I know there's an elevator. Well, I've never been down there. I said that. I only go between like our apartment area and here.
You don't have any idea where? I mean, I guess I knew that, but like, you don't have any idea of this place?
The best lead I have is that at the base level of this tower, there's like an elevator that goes down that the robots use.
All right, well, if you can keep on kicking, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, we'll do, but I think we should try and do this stealthily. Cause
don't you worry. I've got this new bodysuit, and I have Pass Without a Trace on right now, actually. Surprised you can see me.
I don't think that lasts forever, so it's gonna take a while to traverse down there. I imagine we're gonna need some sort of disguise or some sort of something, or we could just wing it. That seems to be your style that I've gathered after these past like 5 minutes I've known you.
I say we just keep continuing downward and wait for some type of narration to hopefully give us a clue.
You continue downward as you smoothly make your way through the gears and pipes and everything. And you make it back to the base level where you entered into the tower. And you can see there's still that little robot in the wall tracks. And it's just working on different bits and kind of tightening screws here and there. And there's that doorway on the other end.
It must be so sad to live such a pointless life, just putting in screws like that. Just all for what purpose? No one's gonna see. When I assume they share like a hive mind type of thing. Who are they trying to impress? Themselves? That's not a way to live.
They seem to be very efficient, and they're not bad.
Efficiency only means so much. You have to have something that drives your efficiency. Wouldn't it be, wanting to please your neighbor or have someone you care about notice your work? It's just so sad. It was painful existence.
It seems like their purpose, though, is just to map out this teleporter and figure out all the planes and everything. So for a purpose, they got... Okay.
I'm gonna whisper into Zippy's ear, just quietly, so it can kind of like travel. Because he said his ears are tucked back, right? I'm gonna whisper, maybe find out if we can get to those islands.
Islands.
The ones that Level told us was where Felix was gonna go one day.
Which one's Level?
Level was the pink slime we met at the bottom of that cat town. And then we found a clue that said Felix was gonna meet a bunch of other greeters at this island to the southwest, I think.
Do you not want to rescue Dariun?
No, I do, but it might be nice to know if we could go there. Anyways, you're doing a thing. I'll stop bugging you.
Zippy, are you okay?
Yeah,
Why are you arching your neck back?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a little sick right now. Hey, I've got an idea. Let's play a game while we keep on going down slowly on this carpet.
Okay.
It's a fun little game. You say the first word that comes into your head when I say a word. You go first.
Okay. Boy.
Girl.
Tiefling.
Captured.
Leslie.
Lame.
I don't like this game.
Keep going. This is so much fun.
No, I don't like this game. No.
Did I say lame? I meant lame for me to think that he's not the best person I've ever met.
Okay, singing.
Island.
Island.
Yeah, I know this really cool song. It's called
Can you sing it for me?
Living on an Island, here I go. Away from my trouble zone, that's all I know.
Wow. I've never heard that one. I haven't actually heard music in a while. I've been
Answer,
here for about
play the game.
almost
I said
a year.
Island.
Whoa, you're choosing the word now?
Yeah, I said Island.
Island, tropical.
Okay, this game's boring. All right, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going down.
Okay. You continue down, and you land back where you back against the wall where you used the doorknob. So at the other end of the room is the door. Obviously, you have options. Like, yes, there is only that one door out of here at the other end of the room where the robot's working on gears and stuff. However, you can make your way through the floor or go outside or do whatever you want.
Is the elevator anywhere close by?
The elevator is in the center area, the map room. It's just right off that, and that's at the base, like the base entrance of the tower.
So you do know the layout of this area.
Like, as I said, like just the base level. I just know this tower and the path back to the apartment.
Okay, you keep guiding me to the elevator, please, and we do so slowly and sneakily.
Okay, but how are we gonna get around the wall guy over there?
Do you have any ideas?
I mean, do you have a knife?
Yeah, I got a couple in here. Why?
And what if I take one of those and I monk kick it really hard upwards and it like destroys some of the steam pipes and stuff?
Do you live in the Stone Age? Not all problems can be solved by your judo kicks and your violence.
Okay, well, I'd like to. I have a history record of how many times my judo kicks did get me out of problems. Listen, I'm just saying this guy is a repair robot, and if we destroy something up above, it'll lead him away from here.
Good idea. You're a lot smart. You're a lot smarter than
Careful.
Then me, because I used to think Felix was not smart at all.
Okay, Felix is the smartest guy I've ever met. He's
how-
honestly kind of like a
that's how
father to me.
Stupid I am.
Oh. Yes?
Because I thought otherwise.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to have a little
Anyways.
bit more self-confidence if we're ever gonna manage to sneak through here and find Leslie.
Alright, I say you use one of my spare knives here I have, and I'm going to throw it in the air and you kick it right into a pipe. It'd be super cool.
Alright. Ready? What dagger are you choosing to throw?
I just have a simple dagger in here.
Okay.
I have like that carrot peeler and a bunch of other shit and whatnot.
Toss it up and roll acrobatics.
Cool!
Damn, did you that good?
What'd you get? You go first.
I got a 20.
A natural 20?
Yeah, I did. It was a natural 20. And I can go...
Okay.
And I have 23.
I thought you got a nat 1 in case you'd like literally just throw it into her foot. They would just stab her. You literally balance the dagger on your fingertip on the pointy end, and you're just like kind of showing off, and then you flip it up perfectly, and it's like it freezes in mid-air, and it's just like frozen, pointing upwards, perfect. Lara arcs her legs back, and you can see the veins pop in her legs as she judo kicks that thing, and it goes doof, and it goes up, and you just hear clang, clang, and tss, like a bunch of just damage and steam pipes bursting, and you see some fog up there. She really kicked that thing, and it like bent some stuff.
Goodbye,
You see the
knife.
little robot at the other end of the room is like,
Damage sustained. Must Locate source.
And it starts whirring and moving up the rail and up into the higher areas of this room and trying to solve the damage.
Peterson, how cool was that?
That was dope. But I can't really see.
You guys hop over pipes and duck under the gears and everything. It's a very crowded room, but you make your way to the other end, and Lara's like, okay, this should lead into the kind of center area of the tower. I think we need to go a little bit down, and then we'll see the map room, maybe? I'm not really sure exactly where we are, but let's find out.
We'll figure it out.
She opens the door, and you can see it's just very bright, and it's lit by like torches and lanterns, but there's also this faint glow of blue that like illuminates the area. And you can see you're in a winding stairwell, an enclosed stairwell with a lot of kind of like grates. It's kind of like just a chain link fence pattern, so you can see through, but it's enclosed in this winding staircase that leads to the top. So the center area of this tower is completely open, and you can see you just have to go down the stairs a little bit more to get to the base. But in the center at the base of this tower, you see there are 6 pairs of levers that are attached to these upright gears sticking through the floor. And these levers encircle a large Tesla ball, like orb, like the one in the perimeter tower. But instead of bolts of magical lightning flowing through it, there is a static image, like a hologram type magical thing inside this orb. And it's kind of this landscape of trees and mountains and very jungly. And you see there's a moving image of a large Brachiosaurus-like creature, but with no tail, and it has a large bowl-like head with water seemingly sloshing out the top. And there's text below it that reads Bestia. But there's just this image there. And yeah, Lara's like, okay, we're in the map room. Let's make our way down carefully. We're gonna want to make sure we don't run into any Mechanos. It seems like they're inputting the stuff from my helmet from my last trip. And you see there is a platform that is leading up, like a staircase, and then a platform that leads up to the orb. So it's meeting it out at the middle. And there's kind of a panel where you see the helical gorilla robot that was at the top in the last episode have the helmet that Lara was wearing, and they have it placed in the platform. And it seems like it's kind of maybe downloading or updating or stealing the information from that helmet to inform itself or update its database. But it seems like they're all working there to use the map from Lara's recent jump. So, what would you like to do?
Lara, what was the purpose of your last jump?
There is never really any purpose, just to scout around and see the area, see if we can find anything interesting or anything of note.
Did you find anything of note?
Well, I found these creatures. Yeah, these were new. I went to this plain. It was lots of wild beasts that were large.
Did they make you go on this trip really urgently or anything, or was this pretty much scheduled?
Oh, it's always scheduled. We kind of swap out, us and the other greeters. We all kind of take turns doing the jumps and traveling. And
what would happen if I touched one of these levers?
Well, that changes the coordinates of where we lead to. So we don't really know exactly where, so we just always kind of move the levers into a new position to see where that leads us. Essentially, Felix wants us to use this to, find grand treasures faster or find one quickly.
Is it always just planes, or can it be like in our plane right now?
It can be in our plane.
I want to fiddle around with these a bit.
Okay, well, I don't think they'll let you.
Oh, is it upstairs? It's not in front of us right now?
Like, I do the jump, like the actual teleport upstairs, but this is where you set the coordinates and everything.
Yeah, they won't know if we're doing it down here. They're too busy.
They're literally right there. they could see us, and
they're
also
upstairs.
we should.
DM, I am going to whisper just quietly into Zippy's ear. I'm going to say, can we ask if there is any evidence that suggests grand treasures would be on other planes?
You want to ask like the robots that are her?
Her. She seems to be our best source of
I
intel.
think that's a good question to ask right now when we're already just trying to get her focused on saving our friend.
Well, gauge it, but, would be good to know. But you're doing great.
I have a few questions for you, but do you think we'll have time to answer after this whole mess?
Yeah, of course. If you help me find Leslie, I'll answer any of your questions.
Is that a promise?
Pinky.
I don't do that.
Okay, ring finger.
Nope.
I have 6 fingers. Which one would you like?
Here, repeat after me. I promise.
I promise
2.
2.
Never lie to Zippy and always be true to him and forever, ever, 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 ever tell the truth and always stick by his side.
Never lie to Zippy and forever, ever, 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 ever stay by his side.
You missed a couple words. We can try this again.
Okay. Well, you didn't give me enough space. You said so much.
Okay, well, we'll carry on this conversation later, but I'm watching you. That just made me a little bit more suspicious.
Okay, fine.
But I want to touch the levers.
Listen, I'm sticking my neck out for you, helping here.
Okay, let's keep going down, but let's remember this area, okay? You and me.
Yes, I won't forget it. I've been here. Okay, you start creeping your way down the stairs. And you see there's only a few more steps, but there are some spurs that have left the main platform. The helical is still up there, but 2 other spurs have left there, and they're moving their way to the staircase where you're on. So you will be on a collision course with them.
Yeah, but
What
I
would you like to do?
chase on, so it's okay.
This is a single file staircase, very small. Even with Pass Without a Trace, eventually they will bump
You
into you
said
and
this
be
is like an
"What?"
open tower, right? It's like a spiral staircase?
Yeah, but it's an enclosed spiral staircase. So there's like little window chain link fence grates that you can see out of it in, but it's like enclosed. It's like in the wall.
Okay. Well then, since we know there's an area beyond the chains, I'm going to put a door in these chains.
Okay, maybe I'm not describing this correctly, because I don't think you would do this. It's an enclosed staircase, so it's a spiral staircase up this center open area.
Yeah.
Essentially, there's windows that let you see. Okay, you're walking down to your left, which leads to the center area. There's like windows, so you can see through. You can't fit through, but you can see down into the center. But you couldn't jump or move or anything. And then to your right is just the stone wall. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I want to put the door into the wall that would lead to the open area.
I just don't know if you can put a door into a chain link fence.
Yeah, that too. Like it's not like
Okay,
completely.
well, let's think about bricks for a second. What's the difference between a brick and a chain link fence? There's spaces between the brick and spaces between the chains.
The brick's connected by mortar.
Yeah, and there's always freaking spaces between atoms.
It makes it into a solid object. Like it would be like a solid piece.
You're expecting me to discredit everything the chain link has been through, not making it seem more than what it is.
Okay,
I see
okay,
what it
cut.
could be, and you guys are saying no, it can't.
Yeah, that's right. We are saying we can't, Jacob. I don't know how else to explain this.
The physics guys are going to come back on us.
How about this then? Because I ain't getting in some toughie with these robo buddies. I run away.
So the spurs are coming towards the staircase. You're kind of crouched down there so you can see through because you're almost at the ground floor now. You're only a few steps away. But in this room, there's only the helical and this 2 spurs. You see that 2 are coming up the staircase, though.
Okay, Laura, do you think you could, you'd be fine if these guys saw you, or would it be strange?
It would be strange because I'm not escorted right now.
Do we fight our way through? These guys are easy.
DM, how much time do I have until they meet us on the staircase?
They're just getting off the staircase that leads to the center platform that leads up to like the map orb. So about 30 seconds.
Oh, because they're about to get onto the same landing that we're going to get
and then
onto.
they're turning to go up the stairs. Yeah.
Oh, so there's a chance. Like, we could hustle and just sneak past them. If there's a big landing. Or is the landing single file as well?
No, the landing's open area, but like if you exit the staircase, there's nowhere to hide essentially.
Right, okay.
Zippy, what are we gonna do? Let's backtrack. Let's backtrack up.
No. No. I'm just gonna tootle on down these steps. As if I didn't even know these robots are here.
Let's just backtrack and then we'll take them out on the stairs.
No, I think meeting them in the open area is the best thing to do.
Are you serious?
Well, what's the better option? I don't see a difference with your plan.
Stealth takedown.
No, I don't play like that.
Okay. Okay. But, well, every man for himself then.
No, you're gonna help me.
How? You have no plan and they're 10 seconds away. Zippy, let's go.
Wait, how many are there?
There's 2. Can't you see with your eyes?
2 of us. Well, for now.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, I want to run down the stairs until I get right to the corner.
Okay, you get right to the corner. You're on the bottom step. Your foot is on the floor. You see you're in the open, like area. It's just an open circular room with kind of the glass orb with the map and these levers on these gears sticking out of the ground. So it's fairly open, fairly visible. These spurs are marching to meet you. Essentially, you're on the right side of this room. On the left side of it is a corridor that leads to what Lara would describe as the elevator. And at the top, so if you're on the right, that's on the left. At the front is these large doors that exit the tower. And at the back, there's just a wall. It's just a wall.
Okay, I reach behind me to grab something out of my bag.
Okay.
Instead, I grab Peterson. And I just chuck him across the room around the corner. And I, in hopes to distract the robots. He knows what I'm trying to do.
Okay. You are down at the bottom of the stairs. Lars, they're like, what are we doing? The robots are walking towards you. They're about 10 feet away. You just chuck this rat out of the corner. It slides across on its belly, like twirling onto the whole other end of the room. And there is a rat over there near the left side where the corridor to the elevator is. The spurs that were walking towards the stairs just see this. Their eyes dart past their orbs, focus onto the rat at the other end of the room, and they're like,
Animal intruder.
I'm going to book it, and I'm going to go onto, like, the left side of the orb and hide there away from them, but so that they can just kind of, like, see my tail kind of thing, but I'm right next to the orb.
okay. You run around and hide behind the orb, and the robots go,
Hey, stop that, you. You get back here, you little rascal.
DM, meanwhile, while this is happening, can we, like, gauge that we're not going to be in their line of sight and try to inch our way towards the elevator?
yes. They move away from the stairs, and now they're moving around the gears and everything, trying to go to the other side where Rat Peterson is. The helical gorilla robot is still on the platform, which is about just 20 feet up in the air, but it seems really focused on downloading this helmet data. So its back is turned to you. It's facing the back wall. So you can start sneakily, like, making your way across, and Lara's like, oh my goodness, let's go.
Are there any openings in these spurs? Like any exposed wires or like gasket openings?
So they kind of look like astronaut uniform kind of things with these big bulbous heads. But there are some gaps specifically in like the armpit area or behind the knees that you've noticed.
And is it like smooth stainless steel, or is it like is it textured enough that a rat could climb?
It's pretty smooth, but you could manage, like, there's little chinks and little ledges or detail bits that you could climb or latch onto.
Okay, I'm gonna squeak as loud as I can, and I'm gonna just keep moving around the orb away from them, but enough so that they can kind of see me, and so I am kind of distracting them.
Okay, Peterson, you are running around. You don't have to make any checks because you're just literally running around, and the robots go, "Get that rat. What are you doing? How did you get here? I don't think rats even survive in this environment. Come back here, you." And they're still chasing you. Zippy, what would you like to do? You still want to inch your way across? Like, basically speed walk away?
Yeah, well, we're against the walls. I mean, it's like we're
okay.
Just keeping an eye on, we're inching towards.
You are, like, backs pressed against the wall, inching your way across. Make a stealth check with advantage.
I don't think that.
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right, I'll do it for you, DM.
Does he still add plus 10?
Yeah, you can add your plus 10 since you're still within the time limit for your pass without a trace.
All right, first roll is a 21.
Okay.
And the second roll is a natural 20.
That is all I need to hear. You are inching your way around the outskirts, so you're making your way from the right to the left, and you're going around the top way. As you get to the door that leads to the exit of the tower, you can hear just some robot voices on the other side discussing. There's like robot guards outside the front door, and they're just discussing as you walk by. And they're just saying, "We need to find the other intruders. We were so focused on that Eladrin that we forgot about the rabbit and the goblin. This is what you get when you get tunnel visioned." And that's all they're talking about outside. But you are so stealthy. Your rabbit feet are padded. They don't make a sound. And you make it all the way to the left corridor, and you make it out. You're out of the open area, and you're down the little hallway to this elevator platform. It's just a platform, and you can see there's some like rails on the side that seem to be where it's kind of locked in. But on this elevator platform, there is only two magical orbs, 25 feet apart. And Lara speaks up and says, "Okay, Zippy, to get this to go down, we need to kind of make a chain. We need to connect ourselves, one on the other and one on the left side. We need to connect."
I need to get my rat back, though.
Your rat? Why did you have that rat anyways?
I thought you'd think he's weird.
I do. Who has rats in their... it was in your clothes.
See,
That's
now that you're
disgusting.
asking this question, it makes me uncomfortable.
Okay, listen, I don't care what you do with your rats. Do we really need it?
Yes, he's my friend.
Well, okay, call him back or something, but we gotta make a chain from one end of this orb to the other, or else this isn't gonna work.
Can I recall him with this Pokeball I have?
Depends what your friendship bond level is.
No, I don't think I got anything.
I'm gonna try to climb up the leg of the closest one.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
But behind, I'm gonna grab onto his leg and then climb up like his calf and his kneecap, and I'm gonna try to climb. So the other spur doesn't see me as easily, and I'm gonna be like spiraling around the leg, just trying to get up towards the open sockets near the head and the shoulders.
Okay. You jump on it and its legs, and I want you to make a... Actually, I'm going to roll a save for a sec. Okay. So their red orbs are glowing. The two are chasing you. You jump on the closest one. As it's chasing you, you grab onto its leg, and you see its red orb kind of flickers, and it goes to blue for a second, a blue hue, and you just hear it go, "Ew, get off, ah, I hate rats, must eliminate animal targets, I hate rats, I hate them, ah!" It's going between red and blue as you jumped on it, but the other one is pure red, and it is trying to grab at you as you're climbing. So make a dexterity save.
Oh, man. Okay. 13.
Okay, not good enough. The other robot, you're climbing up its chest, moving up its arms, squeaking along, and it grabs you. And it has you in its hands.
And I'm going to squeak, and I'm going to try to bite him.
Okay, well,
I mean, I don't think I'm going to do anything, but I mean, what else would a rat do?
roll to bite the metal.
Natural
hand.
20, please. Am I adding strength to this or what?
We'll use your rat stats.
Okay, well, in that case, -1, 14.
Okay. You do actually like nick it and just scratch it, but just roll 1d4 damage because it's so minor.
Oh, baby. 1. How appropriate.
Yeah, you just chip into it and it's just like
Stop that.
Did I scare him? Did I bite him enough that he loosened his grip? Probably not.
no.
Okay.
All right, I will dispose of the creature. I will bring it outside.
And the one starts moving with you in its hand. It moves from the back of the tower to the front, and it's crossing. And you're in its hands. What are you going to do?
I'm going to tuck my ears back, and I'm going to just like open my eyes as big as possible and look like the cutest mouse rat that's ever been seen in the mountains.
Performance check.
Yes. Oh boy. 14.
You use your big, beautiful rat eyes, and you puff up your cheeks, trying to look as cute as possible. And it stares down at you with its red orb glowing on your face. And it just says,
Disgusting.
and it's heading out the door.
No, I'm not going to do anything. I think this is okay. If I'm not getting obliterated, I'm content.
So Zippy and Lara, you're there at the elevator, and Lara's like, "Come on, let's leave."
My rat.
Listen, Zippy, we gotta go. We gotta go down. Do you have anything that can connect from one end to the other that we can hold?
I have some rope in my bag. Or do you need something like conductible?
Yeah, conductible.
If I like stretch myself out, can you grab onto my ear and I'll like touch it with my foot?
Well, it's 25 feet, and my wingspan's about 7 feet, so
You knew about this, but you didn't tell me?
I thought we could figure it out at the moment. Can you turn into a snake or something? I don't know. This is your puzzle to solve, you player.
No. That's not my puzzle to solve. You forgot to tell me. I mean, I can turn into a snake. I have a bit of like organic slime. That might work. Alright, I walk over her and pour a bit of the bucket down at her feet and make a little line in the sand, essentially.
Oh my god, what is this?
Yeah, don't look at it. It's mine.
I'm not. Oh, jeez, let's.
And I make a line all the way to the other side, to where the other conductor is, the like orb.
Yeah. Okay, place your hand on it, and I guess one hand in the slime. Blip. Okay. Poof. She puts her hand on the orb. You put yours on the other, and she's like, "Oh, let's enter the slime zone." Oh. And you sink your hands in, and you see like a magical glow goes over Lara's body, over the pink slime, and over yours, and it meets in the middle, and you just hear ka-chunk, and boo, you go down. And Peterson, you look over, and you see Zippy and Lara leave on the elevator, and you are taken outside in the grips of this robot.
Does Peterson like have a feeling that like I didn't leave him on purpose, but something that like we had a little look, didn't we?
Well, that's
I
up for
felt
Peterson to decide when you chuck them across the room.
He knew what I was doing.
Hello, everybody. I am back with another mid-roll for you. And I'm going to keep it quick. So first off, we're going to play a little promo clip from another Dungeons & Dragons show, actually, another podcast. They are called The Mighty Ones. And do you want me to explain it to you? Too bad. They're going to do it for you. Play that clip.
The world as you know it has just gotten bigger. An ivory and gold base floats above the world of Faerun. Here, technology and magic merge to assist the Harpers in their ever-eternal struggle for order in a world slowly crumbling into anarchy. But what other worlds are also in peril? That's what 4 brave heroes need to find out. Calistar, the Tabaxi rogue, secretly a history fanatic.
My name is Calistar. Well, Calistar, it's very pleasant to meet you. Nice to meet you too, Ezra.
He didn't say
I didn't
name.
tell you your name yet, but you got it.
Almog, a water genasi sorcerer, aspiring to be a proper spelljamming pilot.
That's great.
You sit there for a couple of minutes and realize that nothing is happening.
Ezra Lee Taylor, a hired gunslinger assassin who uses his learned skills to answer his most burning questions.
Who goes there?
So as you fire the blunderbuss,
Yes.
it emanates this just almost volcanic eruption noise just throughout the entire ship, and you actually yeah, super incredibly loud.
And Lieutenant Katkin Tukmuk, a gnome druid sent by the Emerald Enclave to investigate a phenomenon that could rupture their reality.
Oh, hey there, you guys. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Action, adventure, and comedy. The Mighty Ones podcast is proud to present their Chapter 2 saga. Catch us live on Twitch at twitch.tv/The Mighty Ones podcast every other Friday. Every session is recorded, edited, and released every Wednesday and every other Monday on iHeartRadio, Simplecast, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Hope to see you when the rolls hit the fan.
Thank you for that clip, The Mighty Ones, and thank you for playing our ad on your show as well. So yeah, go check them out and give them some sweet, sweet iTunes reviews. Yeah, those are like crack for us podcasters. So go give them some. Speaking of crack, I would like some as well, specifically the iTunes reviews or Podchaser reviews, actually. That's the next kind of like up-and-coming thing, it seems. So if you really like the show and you want to support us, you can toss us an iTunes review or a Podchaser review. Really appreciate that. And or if you want to help us in a more straight-up direct way, we have a Patreon. And the only reason I'm mentioning this specifically is because I'm looking at you, Hannah. Yes, you, our newest patron. Thank you so much for becoming a Patreon member. We really appreciate it. Again, yeah, all the money that we get from Patreon goes right into the show to getting better mics, as you can hear my crisp audio. And also to, producing kind of our musical numbers and stuff like that. So thank you so much. Really means the world to us. Maybe not Jacob. If he was here, he might say it doesn't mean anything to him. But the rest of us, it means a lot. So thank you. Moving on, though, guess what? We've got another episode coming out. Calendar. This is the part I always forget to pull it up. 2 weeks from now. You know what day that is? March 10th. Yes, March 10th. That's when our next episode is going to be coming out. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I think it's going to be maybe the best episode of this entire arc. That's a tall order. And we haven't even recorded it yet. So, man, if I don't follow through, whew. Well, you can all be the judge of that. But yeah, get excited for the next one. I think big things are going to be happening. Big things. So yeah, stay tuned. And as always, thank you everybody for listening. And I hope you enjoy the rest of this episode. Twists and turns await. Now, let's get back to it. And we're back with Dariun. You are currently at the bottom of this ice pit. And you are just down there sitting. You don't have your armor on. You're in just these like rags, basically a potato sack. you have this metal mechanos kind of like collar around your neck that is anti-magic, so you can't cast anything while it's on you, and you can't seem to get it off. Your hands are just still bleeding and burning, and it like not physically burning anymore, but you've burned your hands so bad that the nerves in there are just completely shot. And there's the fishbowl with Draken on the other side. What are you doing?
Oh gosh, how are we gonna get out of here? How smooth are the walls? Yeah, I'm like, are they like slick smooth?
They're pretty icy, and they're kind of craggedy. So like climbing isn't completely out of the option, but it would be difficult because it is kind of like slick. But there's kind of footholds here and there.
I want to inspect the wall, see if I can find like a rock climber can find like the crack in the wall that they can fit their fingers into. Can I find a section of ice that looks something like that?
Yep. Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Okay, not great. That's gonna be minus. Wait, no, I got my proficiency bonus. Okay, so it's just a plus one. That was a roller coaster. So that's gonna be a 6.
You can't seem to find any of said cracks in the wall.
And you said it's like what 5 meters deep, or how deep is this?
Essentially, yeah, it's about like 80 feet deep. It's pretty deep.
All right, Draken. Well, what have you got then? I got no magic, no items. We've got icy walls, and I've got charred hands. What's your idea?
I don't really have any right now.
You sounded pretty inspiring a few minutes ago.
Yeah, well, that was kind of an in-the-moment thing. I'm thinking, though. Okay, what are our options?
Not a lot. I have sackcloth, a nice, neat metal choker that's stopping me from doing anything. We've got you in your glass bowl. This paper card note about that I could use some company from Otto. Really, not a lot, and if I'm being completely honest, I'm pretty wiped out. I don't have a lot of energy left.
Okay. Paper airplane notes on the table. Could you cut your head off and live?
No, and I don't currently have a method of doing so.
Modern day Lodgen are so weak.
There's just nothing. And Dariun kind of slumps down against the wall.
Well, this is a new sight.
What? What is?
Seeing you all defeated. I haven't known you for too long, but even I can tell you're kind of the nothing gets me down type.
This is a pretty helpless situation. I mean, there's nothing here but ice walls. I don't know how many times I can say that without understanding that I have literally nothing left.
Do you always give up this quick whenever you hit a wall? Has your Lodgen royalty in the Feywild just made you soft? Have you never had to deal with any hard times?
I'm not hearing any good ideas coming from you, Draken.
I said the paper airplane one, didn't I?
Dariun stands up and keeps kind of pacing around the walls, just kind of dragging his hands across them, just trying to find anything.
Roll another investigation check.
Even worse. That's a 4. Holy smokes.
The one you thought was a lead from before? Nah. Can't even see it now. I can't even find that spot.
I want to try punching the wall, see if I can crack some of the ice or something.
Okay. You go to punch, make a strength check.
No way. That's a natural 20. You 2 garbage investigation rolls and then a natural 20 on a punch a wall.
Out of anger, you punch the wall, and pain shoots up your arm. You fall to the ground, like tears welling, because your hand is just so brutally burned, and you literally just punched a wall with all your might. But it did leave kind of a dent and a little bit of a crack going up. Nothing major, but, you know, you made kind of a dent. Because you're on the floor in pain.
Oh, that was a poor life choice.
Do you really not like your hands? What the hell is wrong with you?
I don't know. I thought maybe I could crack something into something more useful. I don't know. I mean, it fractured a little, but that's definitely not a viable option. My hands will be paste before we make it anywhere useful.
You're right. How do you feel about that? Your hands.
What do you mean? How do I feel about my charred hands?
Yeah, I mean, like, they look pretty bad. I don't think they're gonna heal properly.
Well, magic is a powerful thing. I'm sure I can find something and heal them like I have before. I've healed other wounds. It's nothing crazy.
And if it doesn't work, healing nerves is a difficult thing to do, even for Archfey.
I find that hard to believe. There's plenty of magic that can do many of things. I've grown my hair back.
Yes, because hair is the same thing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Trying to make conversation.
Could we try and just make it something more useful, like finding a way to get out of here? Like, I don't know, maybe like breaking your fishbowl and turning them into ice picks or something?
Okay, we're not breaking the bowl. Don't even talk about that.
I mean, that's the first viable option I think we've come up with so far. Damn it. Damn it all. Then Dariun slumps against the wall again. You know what, I just really hope the other guys made it out of here, because... Sorry, Draken, I know you had a good run, but I don't think we will.
Yeah, they're probably dead.
What?
Listen, Dariun, why do you do that anyways? You're constantly saying things like, oh, let's move on, oh, we'll talk about this later. You keep pushing forward and further in without taking into account anything you leave behind. You're quite oblivious. Can't you see it gets on your friend's nerves?
I don't know what you're talking about. Like, it's important to keep moving forward. We have goals. We have ambitions.
Oh, come on, listen, they literally make fun of you for it every 5 minutes.
I don't know why I should feel bad for about wanting to accomplish things. It's fine. We need to keep moving forward.
What are you trying to accomplish? Find a grand treasure? Then what?
Well, I'm seeking power. I'm trying to beat my father. I'm trying to...
Oh, here we go with the daddy issues again.
Look, I need to keep moving forward. I can't afford to stop, okay?
I promised you power, though.
Well, if that power offers me something in this room right now...
Well, I think now that I'm thinking about it, before I even move on to the next step with you, I need to see you mature a little. You need to grow up, Dariun. You think you're untouchable. You think you and your sword can do anything, but look at you now.
I can't afford...
You're telling me, honestly, that if it was you...
Look,
Did you lay down your life for them, or did you just want to have a cool moment? Because you didn't actually think you'd die, because you've never actually experienced any consequences.
Look, I've experienced many consequences, okay? I
Name
can't...
like 3.
The whole reason I can't stop moving, the whole reason I don't...
Last time I thought you came here was because of a coin flip.
Enough! The whole reason I don't want to stop, the whole reason I can't look back is because I'll break. Being exiled by my family, having a father who was never there for me, and the second he was, he sent me away. I have my friends lost, and in another dimension that I'm not allowed to go back to without fear of death. For something I feel like maybe now was a little more dangerous than I originally thought, but at the time, I didn't see as an issue.
You talked about your father, right? Being very pushy and stuff. Why do you think that was?
Well, I don't know, because he's an asshole. Because he's got expectations on himself that he chose to impose on his son who didn't ask for it.
What did you learn from that? You just learned resentment?
Most of the skills I have came from him pushing me. But it still doesn't seem fair to impose something like that on such a young child. I didn't have that experience. I was put in training from a very young age, set apart from my peers.
Dariun, listen, you've got potential. Sure. But you're too held up. You say you look forward, but honestly, you gotta let go. Gotta forgive. You gotta, I don't know, grow up. Take the good things, like the skills he taught you, and use them.
I can't believe I'm actually listening to a talking fish right now.
And then you hear some... And you hear... there's a mechanized person coming to the top of the pit. And you hear a voice, and you look up and you see a red orb shining down on you.
Hi! Hi there! How are you? Good to see you, Dariun, my next guest. So nice to see you! How are you? Can you hear me?
And you see Dariun kind of wipes his eyes for the moment. Yeah, I can hear you. You sound obnoxiously chipper, though.
Yeah, my name's Trisha. I was programmed to be good with people. Would you like lasagna?
I don't think I've ever had lasagna. I don't think I know what that is.
Oh, it's great. Maybe I'll make some for you then when you come back. I was actually ordered. I'm your handler, by the way. I'll be taking care of you, making sure you survive. But Otto would like to meet you again. If you're up for it, are you ready?
I guess. I've got nothing else in here.
Okay, perfect. I'll just smooth you on down there and get you out, okay?
Okay, but you have a name. What?
Oh, yeah, that's just because I'm programmed to be good with people, and people like names. It kind of humanizes me. Okay, I'm gonna come down and get you. I'll buckle up.
Buckle up?
The red light moves over the pit, and you can see it's this, like, six-legged, kind of, like, spidery robot. It's very big. It spans the width of the pit, and it digs its legs into the wall and moses its way on down. And it has kind of on its chest, right underneath its orb, kind of this, like, baby carrier thing that you wear, like, you know how parents wear to carry their babies on the front? It's like one of those.
Gosh.
And she kind of just waves to like, basically buckle up into the ride. This kind of baby carrier is in front of you. They're waving for you to come in. What would you like to do? You want to go in?
Yeah, Dariun slowly gets off the floor, just kind of looks at Draken for a second, and steps into this baby carrier.
Okay. And this kind of Spirebot ascends the pit, and you go off. Cut to Peterson. Peterson, you are in this robot's hand, the Spur's hand, and they have led you out the tower. You see the two other Spurs that are kind of out front of it, out front of the doors, kind of guarding there, and they see you and are just kind of confused as to why a rat's here. And the robot literally looks at you and just says,
Okay, goodbye.
And it just throws you. Like, it throws you out into the snow, and you go flying and poof, land in a pack of, like, untouched snow, and it's still fluffy. But essentially you are outside this main tower. Around you, you see two of the closer perimeter towers are encircling. You see some nearby kind of openings to these little huts these Mechanos huts that lead underground, essentially. So you're kind of just out in the cold. You see a lot of them kind of moving about, lots of drones in the air scouting. It seems like people are pretty much on high alert for intruders out here.
Okay. In the last episode, we'd established I still have my mask, right?
Yes.
My little tiny mouse goblin mask. Okay. Does it work?
Yes.
Yeah, boy. Okay, so I'm going to pull it down, around my little cute mouse ears. I'm going to look through my mask. Can I see through the dirt to see if any of these life forces are going down underground through these huts?
You can see some of the Mechanos beings. They have these kind of thin magical essence, not as much as a regular person, but just like kind of a faint one. And you can see they are kind of leading in, and then you lose sight of them as they kind of descend underneath the ground.
Okay. But they are but I do get a sense that they're descending.
Yes.
Okay. And the snow's fluffy. Like, do I sink into it, or do I run on top of it?
Yeah, you've sunk into it here.
Okay, so that's like a shivering mouse rat. And I'm just going to look for the closest one. And before I freeze to death, I'm going to try my best to just book it under the snow towards that. While also, and I'll do like the cursory glance around to see if I see the life force of any predators, like a fox or something like that. But I'm just going to, as quickly as I can, tunnel underneath the snow towards one of those huts.
Okay. You start tunneling and maneuvering your little rat body through the snow, just digging constantly, and you do not notice any like other predator, like fox or any other animals around here. But you do see you are right out front, just around the corner of the entrance to one of these little huts.
Okay, I'm not even going to look to see if anything's... I'm imagining that like I'm about to die because I'm so cold, because it's like a rat and like freaking...
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And I'm just going to... If it's an open door, I'm just going to... tied up against the doorway, I'm going to crawl in and hug the wall on the inside.
Okay, you move around and you hug the wall. You can feel steam coming from like below, or heat. So you are getting a little bit warmer just even being inside the hut just a little bit.
I'm going to hold my hands out and rub them together. Kind of like, warm my hands up. Kind of like a fly does,
You rub your little ratatouille hands together like a chef, and you see there is just a stairwell that leads down. These huts just seem to be housing this kind of entrance to the underground.
There's no crates, no boxes, nothing in here?
No crates, no boxes in here.
Okay, well then, is there a railing on these stairs?
There is.
I would like to climb up the banister so I can without having to jump downstairs constantly. I just want to kind of crawl on top of the railing and go down.
Okay. You crawl on top and you start sliding down. You land at the bottom of the stairwell. It didn't go down too deep, but you see there is a hallway in front of you. The stairwell exits to a hallway, just one direction going left and one direction going right. And there is a sign that says campers and travelers. Campers go to the left, travelers go to the right. That's where the sign on the wall is pointing.
Okay, so travelers, I'm assuming, would be going to the big tower, and campers are going back to the barracks, but underground. I'm going to go to the campers, hugging along the wall, and if I do happen to see a hole in the wall, perfect for a rat, I will investigate it. But first, I'm just going to move towards the campers.
Okay. You make your way out into this hallway, and it's illuminated by these light torches, light orbs in the ceiling. It's very just kind of clean cut steel. It's kind of like a hospital hallway. And you make your way down, and you hear some footsteps of nearby, or just like off in the distance you can hear some Mechanos people working, but you don't hear too much. And you actually do notice the floor kind of changes from steel and like just kind of pavement to wood. As you head towards the camper's way, it kind of starts looking kind of log cabin-y, tavern-ish.
Is there any sense of going downhill?
Very slightly,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So there is a bit of a decline, but you are moving down kind of this ramp, this wooden ramp now, and you do notice there is a little kind of hole in the wall. Maybe investigate.
Yeah, baby. 14.
Okay, you find a perfectly open hole here for a rat. If you choose to go down it, you can either go in the hole, see where it leads, or you can continue down this hallway that's wood.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go in the hole.
Okay. You go in the hole, and you notice, it's just kind of dirt, and there's kind of like some worms and stuff and bugs just in the walls, or in the dirt. But it's kind of a hole, and you can climb up the wall using your rat hands and further into the hole. It seems like it's kind of hollowed out a little bit, and there's kind of a network of these little dirt tunnels that little critters have made that live underneath the ground. Some mole people. Not people, just moles. But you move your way up, and you're kind of on top of the hallway that you were just in. And you can see you are at a intersection. So left, if you turn left here, you would head back down the hallway the way you came, at least from above. Right continues down that hallway where you went, or were headed. Forward, just cuts across and goes into potentially on the unknown. So which way would you like to go?
Shoot. I want to go forward into the unknown.
Okay. You go forward into the dirt, and you leave the wooden roof, and it's more just like pure dirt hole. But you keep moving forward, and it gets kind of narrower and narrower, and you keep moving, and you hear voices coming from across the way, like further down the tunnel. It's kind of echoing now. Make a perception check.
24. Yes.
Okay. You hear down the hole, you hear voices of people talking and saying, I wonder when Lara will come back. She's been gone for quite a while. Her jump should have been finished forever ago.
Yes, it's been a while. I want to get going soon. I think I was really onto something.
Yes, the small one could be gone for a while, but could be just a longer jump. I'm sure she'll be back. It hasn't even been a half hour since the light. Yes, but I don't know. I just like to worry. You know how I am, Lockton. It's just constantly worrying. I'm getting cabin fever. We've been here too long. When's Felix coming back? I'm just so bored. Jumping's fun and all, but I just want to stop being on, house arrest, it feels. Yes, I sympathize with that statement. But we must do our job as greeters.
Yes, greeters.
That's what you hear.
So there's at least 3 of them. I am going to crawl forward.
You crawl forward, and you land on this kind of steel mechanos kind of ceiling-ish area. It's different from the wood and everything. It feels kind of like mechanos steel. But you make your way over, and you find there's kind of a little nook in the corner of this room, and you can kind of use your rat eye to peer through, and you can see there's 3 greeters all circled around a table. They're just wearing kind of like regular commoner clothes, nothing too fancy, not even their greeter cloaks. You see a minotaur at the table, and it's just kind of holding like a little cup with some steaming water coming out. It seems like tea. You see this very long-legged human guy who has a pumpkin over his head and a long nose that points out the face of it. It's like carved out pumpkin head face.
How do you come up with this stuff, man? Honestly.
And you see a goblin at the table as well. But yeah, that's what you see, and they're all just kind of sitting around chatting, just chilling. It seems like just a room to eat, like a dining room essentially. And there's a door at the other end of the room. It's very small. It's just kind of a square room with a circular table.
Okay. And are there any beds? Is this where they sleep?
Nope, you don't see any beds in here. It's just the table and then the door out. Door's not open.
Is the hole I'm peeking through big enough to get in the room?
No.
Okay.
But the tunnel does continue on.
I'm gonna keep going then.
Okay. You continue to scurry down the dirt tunnel, and you start to hear something else in the tunnel coming towards you now. You're still working your way through here, but you hear rustling and burrowing and noises, and you see an Arctic ground squirrel is in front of your path, and it looks at you, and it just goes.
Salutations. My name is Peterson, the last surviving squirrel of the eastern rat. Sorry, distracted. Rat tribe. How can you understand me? Rodent to rodent.
It stares at you quizzically and just goes, "Get out of my hole!" Roll for initiative, and we're gonna cut to.
Oh my gosh!
We're gonna cut to Zippy. Zippy, you and Lara are moving down on this elevator the whole way, and you land at the base, and it goes ka-chunk, and you release your hands off the elevator orbs, and the blue glow fades away, and you have this pink slime, and Lara just takes her hand out of it and is like, "Oh, gross, 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 gross. Oh. Okay, put that back in its bucket, please."
Don't tell me what to do. And I put it back in my bucket.
You can see outside this elevator platform is a wide open kind of ravine. You know how in Minecraft they have those ravines where it's just this kind of narrow, very long area where it's very deep and very high? It's like that, and you just see out before you is a very long kind of metallic ravine. And there's lots of bridges going from one side to the other. And you can see off in the distance there are lots of Mechanos drones kind of flying about. And you also see there is a very, very tall and thin Mechanos being off in the distance, just grabbing these orbs, these just solid Mechanos steel orbs, and picking them up and placing them over on another side. And it's very large, and you can't see its feet or bottom. It seems like it's just a torso and large arms, and it's just kind of like acting as a crane essentially to move these metallic Mechanos orbs from one area to another. It's very off in the distance though. Immediately in front of you, you see there is kind of just a bridge that lets you look down, and you could either go left or right or fly across. It's just it's kind of like a maze, but there's lots of Mechanos drones, the big one. And actually make a perception check with your eyes, so no advantage.
Oh man. 12.
You're kind of overwhelmed by all this, and you don't see any specific information that I was going to give you. Just see what I described.
Oh man.
Okay, Zippy. I guess he's down here. We're kind of in the belly of the beast here.
Just hold on a second. Unlike you, who can easily just leave their greeter friends, I'm worried about my whole team right now. So give me a second. I wanna cast locate animal on Peterson.
Okay.
Just to see his location, if he's alive, what his situation is.
Let me look that
I could do it within 5 miles. So if you think he's within 5 miles.
Oh yeah, for sure. He's definitely within 5 miles. You sense he's up above. Yeah, he's kind of up into a diagonal, basically right diagonal upwards from your location. You can sense he's up there and kind of scurrying around.
Okay, so he's up to something.
Yes, you can tell that much. And he's alive.
Very good. Very good, Peterson. DM, I also want to cast Locate Creature and try to locate Dariun here. It might be a bit harder because it says within 1,000 feet, but I want to try instead.
Okay. You focus up and try to locate Dariun, and you actually lock onto him. You can actually sense him. But he's moving fast.
He's alive!
And he zips out of your range. But you could tell he was basically across this ravine, and it was continuing to go forward down this path. So, like, directly forward from this elevator. Crossing, straight through, not going like left or right across the bridge. It's just straight through. But that's where his trace, you just caught the tail end of him, essentially, as he's being moved.
Do I know what direction he zipped away from?
Yep, yeah, just forward, straight.
Like straight ahead from me?
Yes. So like this ravine, is just kind of like a thin hallway. Well, not very thin. It's quite wide, but it's very like it's much taller than it is wide, right? But it just kind of goes on forward for a very long time.
And where are the bridges located?
You can tell they're just zipping all over, like up and down. They're just crossing this ravine. So you're like looking off into like kind of this just web of bridges essentially, and there's a big guy just standing off in the distance in the middle of this ravine, just moving things.
Is there like a ceiling to this place?
There is.
And how tall is the ceiling?
You can tell that this room is essentially like 800 feet kind of tall. Like it's very large. Yeah, it's very expansive.
And is anyone like up there watching down above me?
You can see you're kind of in the middle, and you can see there's bridges above you that cross from one wall to the other, and you can see there's not too much traffic, but there are some mechanos that are kind of like walking or drones flying.
What about below? Is there less traffic?
There is more traffic below, actually.
They like the water, huh? Lara, what do you think? Sorry, I had to locate my friends. I think we're on the right path. What do you think? Where should we go?
Could you cast that again, but for Leslie?
No, I ran out of that spell. I'm sorry. You should have asked. It just shows that you're not very focused on him, are you? If you really loved him, you would have asked me to do that.
Don't you dare question my love.
I think you're more mad that I'm making you question your love. Anyways.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you said I question your love. I'm making you question your love.
I am so sure of my love.
Anyways.
What are we talking about? You hurt my head.
I think there's a way we can
speak.
Maneuver through here all stealthy-like.
Okay.
But quickly. I don't have time to go through passages and bridges and have some sort of Balrog type battle over a bridge and whatnot. We're gonna use the carpet again, just like last time. I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace again, so you can have it as well, even. And We're gonna try and bob and weave this. It's gonna be dangerous. We might have to book it at one point, but again, we don't have time. So, get on, Lara, Lulu.
Okay, this is... Pass Without a Trace is not... Okay, oh boy. Okay.
What, you don't appreciate my spell?
I'm just saying there's a lot of here. It's a lot. And we're gonna be it's gonna be pretty obvious.
You didn't come up with a better option.
Okay.
Alright, let's move. And I'm gonna go as fast as possible, DM.
Okay. Your carpet unfurls and it bows before you. What's the magic word?
Alakazam!
That's the one! And it sweeps under you and Lara, and you go off fast, and you've cast Pass Without a Trace. But you are kind of just going for it, trying to maneuver your way around the less trafficked areas of this canyon. But there's still a lot of vision on you.
I'm ready, DM. Make me do some rolls. I'm ready.
Stealth check.
I'm not ready. 17.
Okay, you are moving.
Oh wait, no, plus. Wait, how much is Pass Without a Trace adds plus 10? So
10.
24.
Okay, you are moving and bobbing and weaving, and you've made it through the first kind of quarter of this canyon. There's 4 quarters here. So you've made it through the first leg of this run, bobbing and weaving and flying over. There's literally like 2 spurs kind of just talking to each other, and they're like,
yeah, so like intruders are like everywhere. It's quite lively right now. We haven't seen action like this in a while. Yes, I agree. It is problematic, but also kind of fun and cool and exciting, but dangerous.
And they're just having coffee talk or water cooler talk, and you just go like zip past them on your magic carpet, and all they hear is just like a light breeze of the wind, and they're just like,
did you feel that? Weird. It's windy, underground. Huh?
And you just keep moving and bobbing and weaving. You actually notice, as you're bobbing and weaving, you catch out of the corner of your eye, there's a spur beneath you on a bridge. You're upcoming, but it's like 2 levels down, essentially, like so 40 feet. But you notice there's one kind of spur just dragging a familiar-looking sword and a bag of holding over their shoulder and a black bow over their back. They're carrying the switch sword and all of Darian's belongings, and they're just kind of walking across the bridge below you. And they're walking from one end to the other, and they're going into a hallway. Would you like to keep going forward?
Ooh. Darian would hate it if I didn't get his stuff. And this could be a chance for me to get my dagger, finally.
Yeah, it was gifted to you in the Christmas episode, but
that wasn't
that
canon.
was all a dream.
Well, at least the was canon, but wasn't, right? But
yeah.
I have to do it. I dive down.
You change course, and Lara's like, "What? Where are we going?" And you go down, and the little robot has disappeared off the bridge into the hallway, and you're just gonna go right into the hallway chasing after it.
No, we're gonna land right before the hallway, and like if there's like a corner, and like peer down the hallway.
Okay. There's no other Mechanos on this hallway, or sorry, on this bridge. So you peer around the hallway and you look down into it, and you can see it's just going, and it turns a corner to the right and continues down another hallway. But the hallway seems relatively empty.
Lara, I have to. I saw the robot over there. It's got my friend's stuff. If anything, it might lead us to a more important thing, like where Dariun could be, or I could retrieve some of the weapons he must not have on him. I'm honestly just surprised he's alive. But I think either way, it's going to be a good thing, because we at least know the weapons are over here, and he needs those.
I guess, yeah, it would be good if we had, more firepower or weapons on us, like on our persons, that even I could use. Sure, you want to get it?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Follow me stealthily. And Lara kind of tiptoes forward, moving very slowly and carefully down the hallway. Do you want to follow, push in front? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll follow her for once.
Okay. So she's moving carefully and peers around the corner, and Scooby-Doo style, you both kind of look over each other's heads, peering around, and you see the spur just kind of dragging the sword. And you can hear it kind of scraping along the ground. And then they turn, and there's a door, and they open it and just go inside. And you see, the hallway's empty. And Lara's like, okay, I think there's just the one. You and me together, we could just, really quickly, gang up on it, just shut it down.
Never assume, Lara.
Take it out.
You know, there might not just be one. It seems like they're mostly working in pairs around here. I wouldn't assume anything.
I think it's pretty safe to assume. I mean, we only saw one. And only one's been described.
Yes, but Lara, if you see just one little stem peeking through the dirt, does that mean there's one carrot on the other end? Or could there possibly be more?
Okay, I'm gonna start making my way to...
You're inexperienced with carrots.
I honestly, I don't like them.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, boy. Am I gonna get the silent treatment now? This is what happened? Okay. Okay. I'm... listen,
Let's assume there's one in there. And since there's one, you go right ahead. I'll follow you.
Okay. Eerie.
I mean, there's only one.
No big deal. We got this. I took out one earlier.
Let's go.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And you both move around the corner.
I hang back a little bit.
You go to the door. You hang back a little bit. Lara opens the door. And you're a little bit ways off. She opens it and then immediately closes it and looks at you and says, there was more than one.
Oh, no, Lara, there couldn't possibly be more than one. Why, someone like you who probably has, decent vision from... Oh, right, that's right. You don't like carrots. The one thing that...
You see the door is starting to be knocked on. It's like they're trying to open from the other side, and Lara's kind of pushing against it. It's like, yep.
Lara, the one thing, carrots are supposed to give you good vision. You know that's a common wives' tale, but look at me, look at these eyes. And I go up right to her
Zippy,
face.
They're coming through.
And I just
they're trying to come
my eyes open. I'm like, look at my eyes. Look how good these things are.
Zippy, you can see I'm trying to keep this door shut because there's like 3 in there.
Everything I see is just... It's almost like I see what's
Zippy, I admit I was wrong.
There.
Don't assume.
Oh my
you and
goodness.
Me. Yep.
Oh, well,
I could really
just
use backup.
one. I'll just let you handle this one. I start walking away.
I'm scraping across the floor. And the door bursts open, and Lara kind of stumbles forward, and you see 3 spurs come out, and they're just saying...
Intruders, what the hell is going on?
I go over and I kick one in the face. I'm angry.
You run over, kick one in the face, roll to attack.
I'm getting my friend's stuff back. Okay. I roll a 16.
You roll a 16. That hits. Roll damage.
Okey smoky. For my damage, since I'm a little bit testy right now, I'm gonna pull out my flame blade, you know, the classic one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go to town with this flame blade.
Okay.
It's a 3d6 for the flame blade.
And you're just going right at it.
Yes. So 6, 3, and 5, that is a 14.
Okay. Just using your same hit, you jump up, kick it, pushing it back. It stumbles a few feet. You grab your fire sword, and while it's stumbling, you just slice it up. And it seems to have taken some damage. Now I'm going to have you roll initiative. And we're going to cut to Dariun. Oh boy. 3-party split, not fun. We got to stop doing this. Dariun, you have been dropped off in front. You've like gone through the ravine attached to this spider bot, and it's dropped you off at the other end of it in front of these large doors with a gear on the front, and the spider crawls up and turns the gear, and it slides to the side and opens the path before you. You walk inside, and the doors shut behind you, and you're back in that kind of dark area, and you see a faint red glow from an orb at the far other side of this pitch black room, and you hear a voice emit again.
Dariun, good to see you again.
I would say the same, but you still haven't shown your face.
All in due time. So, I have a proposition.
I'm listening.
How would you like to work with us?
Well, I must say, given the current circumstances, it still sounds rather unappealing. But stranger things have happened.
Yes. You see, Dariun, I have worked with elves and Eladrin before. Us Mechanos people are not afraid of working with your kind, even though we despise you. But we do it all, put our egos aside, to reach our goal.
What is this goal? You keep talking about this goal. What could you want that would make you be willing to put aside your massive artificial egos and vendettas to be willing to work with Eladrin?
Complete one job for me, and I will give you more answers.
What job?
I would like you to use our teleporter to travel to the Feywild. Briefly.
To do what?
Check on our gate.
Your gate?
Yes.
The Mechanos still have a foothold in the Feywild.
Not as much. The remaining Mechanos there are unconnected.
Is this in the cog court where the fall court used to be?
Yes.
It's just simply to look at it, nothing more.
Yes.
I'll do it, but on one condition. I was traveling with some other companions here.
Praise the Lord!
And I hope, oh dearly, I hope they got away from here. But, in the case they haven't, I want your assurance that no harm will come to them.
Complete the job. And you have my word.
I have no guarantees that I'll even return. So I
Yes.
need your mechanical word that while I'm gone, they will not be harmed.
Complete the job, Dariun. Then we can negotiate.
That's not good enough.
Then maybe more time in the pitch will change your mind.
Agree to their safety and I'll leave immediately. No more questions. Just agree that when I return, they will still be alive. And I will go right now.
I can agree. To that.
Okay. Fine. Then let's go.
Okay. Thank you, Dariun. Please have a good trip.
And the doors behind you open, and you walk out of the room. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh my god.